Hello guys, I'm AJ and I created DUP, which is a DAO tooling that helps you create DAO or manage DAO. This is the first time you see the website, you need to first connect with your EOP. It will show the permit, it will get you to connect with the extension. But after that, uh, you could start DAO. Let's create a Luxu DAO. Down to decentralize access for Luxu community. Here you will create a avatar, will upload a cover image, and you're good to go to next step. Next step, you need to set up a governance token. You could either create a governance token uh, outside of the system. For example, here I have another governance token that you can put it here and it will resolve it and give you information about it, make sure that it's true or not. Or you could create it right here. So Luxu governance token LGT and supply amount. Let's go for a lot. And here I want to make myself the receiver. As you see, a rel is been on form cool resolvers that give feedback to the user. And then you're going to set up your governor, and this governor, you're going to say voting delay based on blocks. Let's put it 5 blocks. Let's put 20 blocks for this and for nominator. And you could also, if you have already deployed the governor, you could use it. And this is where you can set up your time block. And let's put a second. You also could use a deploy time block control. So let's go for the next step and let's set up our DAO. First, it will upload the info in the IPFS using Web3 storage, and after it uploads, it will deploy the contracts right here. And as you see, this form is pretty, it will show the user what is happening. And now the universal profile using LSP factory, and while it's doing this, it can show you a bit about the smart contract architecture. When I was creating this, I was thinking that DAOs are very well thought problem. So I decided to go with open Zeppelin contracts and transform them to work with LSP and Luxus. And if you go to the contracts, you could see that I have made all of the governance token and their extensions in a way that supports Luxus and LSP. And even the code standards are pretty similar. And even I created LSP7 votes, which I completely use the Luxu code standard to create it. And also the tests are adopted with the LSP's behavioral test. And uh, oh, the universal profile deployed. I confirm this transaction, and after this DAO created, we should go to DAO. This first, and this way I didn't change key manager, but I created the Lux version of OpenZeppelin governance, and I add the time lock controller, which is a controller in its name, as the controller of key manager. This way we could have everything that ERC 725X can do with DAO voting. And this LSP7 votes is based on OpenZeppelin ERC20 votes, and it adds a snapshot and to 7 digital asset. And I have also made a DUP factory, which was the thing that created this DAO for us. It, all we did was transaction, but we deployed the governance token and governor, time lock controller, and set it in section. And the second one, we initialize them. So it's using this factory that use clone, and I created these contracts with inits version, and I use them to create the clone feature and factory feature. And let's go play. And first of all, you need to, if you want to vote, you need to delegate. You could delegate it to yourself or somebody else. Let's delegate votes. And after that, we are going to create a proposal. It's taking time. Okay, let's go here. Here, tell me the response. Okay, the network seems very slow. Okay, it's delegated. Now I can create a proposal. I'm putting a very important proposal. And the description supports Markdown. So I'm putting a Markdown here. I could have multiple actions in my proposal, and I create this cool UI for it, form. And here I put a test set of contracts that you can use. You can use any contracts you want, but here you can see the result. Currently, it's a simple storage that store the setter and a value in a contract. And there are two storage, a storage one, a storage two, and they have value and setter. So let's, okay. We need the function ABI for making an action. And whenever you put a function ABI here, it will automatically give the parameters for you and make inputs for you to put the parameters. So let's go build changing storage from Lux to governance. And they're going, the execution type will be called value 0. The target contract will be storage 1. So let's go for action 2 and let's action true from looks to DAO. And the value would be 0 also, and the target call would be the second contract. Okay, let's go propose it. Okay, the proposal going to be uploaded to the IPFS using also Web3 storage, and its hash going to be stored in the governor. And you see here a very important proposal pending, but should be ready to vote very soon. And we should be here. Here, here of course we support MD5. This is the page that I didn't at the time and didn't complete it. But here you can see action for the proposal, what we are calling, what is the execution type, what is the value, what is the input, what is the parameter, and let's refresh it. It should be votable now because it's not yet. But here it's another proposal that is executed, but this should be ready now. Yeah, now I can vote. I can vote against, abstain for, but and I can vote with a reason. That will be meet an event with reason. But for now, let's just vote for. And yes, we are going to wait a bit for proposal to succeed. Keep in mind that you route your vote to your vote being counted, otherwise it doesn't count. And while it is doing this, you could also see that we have different contracts, and I want to show you a bit the code of the LSV7 votes. And this thing about the Open Zeppelin contracts, I put a bit of ducks here, but I removed all of the delegate by sig or signature methods because I thought it will make the contracts really complex for no reason, because the key manager have this cool relayer architecture, and those complex delegate by sig different signature functions, while we can abstract them to the key manager and create a relayer service that can handle them. So I decided to remove them. Also, I added this notified delegator and notified delegatee for an LSP1 universal receiver. And yeah, I also make those governor and governance tokens are also remove the sig functions, and the execute only targets key manager. The Open Zeppelin version have you could give multiple targets, but in the case of looks to governor, we don't. We just need to target the key manager, and the key manager will target the UP. So here, I guess it should. Okay, it succeeded. We can queue it, and after queuing, it should be ready to execute in 20 seconds. And I guess because we put the Time is very fast. Okay, if I execute now because it doesn't time, it's I cannot execute it yet. But if we wait a bit, I guess should be ready after 2 blocks. Let's go for now. Not ready yet. And yeah, well, let's see here. Okay. Currently, the value of a storage bond is changed from Avagrant's DAO, which is another proposal in the system. And yeah, here I guess I can execute now. Yeah, the time delay is passed, and I can execute it. And when it's mined, now we can refresh here. And as you see here, changing the storage from Luxo governance. And if we come to the Luxo DAO contracts, you see that the universal profile of the is who that did this action. And maybe, yeah. So this is basically it, and you could play with it. I could really attention and a lot of effort on it. Hope you like it. I really enjoy working with LSPs and Lux in general. It's really interesting. Thank you guys.